Fucking racist prick. Wow, you're a racist prick.
Come stand this side.
Yeah. Jumped the long route so you're not too close.
I can't breathe, man. I've got breathing problems. I can't fucking breathe.
Step back, so we need to still search this area, mate.
You're in the footpath of where we're going to be going. I can't breathe. I'm dead. I can't fucking breathe.
131 receiving.
You racist prick. Fucking racist prick. All you lot are racist pricks. You're all racist pricks. You can suck your mum and die. Yeah? You can suck your mum and die. Fucking racist pricks. Fucking racist pricks.
You keep, I'm moving out the way and now you tell me to move.
You standing there, I won't stand anything to you. You're the one moving.
Yeah, because everywhere I stand, you're in my view. I'm filming over there and you're in my camera lens. Yeah, I know, but you're in my camera lens. And now she's in my camera lens. I know they are.
Yeah, you gonna walk? Or do you want to be carrying? Fucking pork-eating racist. Oh, you gonna walk? Yes, I am going to walk. What the fuck have I got my feet for? What's that fucking racist prick?
I heard him from upstairs. Yeah, I'm good. I heard from upstairs, bear screaming.
Pardon?
Oh, fuck. What the fuck are you pushing him for?
Because you'll get a prisoner passed. You're standing in the way.
You didn't have to push him. You didn't have to push him.
He could lash out at any point. He's lashed out already.
You got him in cuffs. 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 You got him in cuffs.
Standing in the way being annoying.
Yeah, really.
Being annoying.
We'll do our job.
Do you really talk like you have to do it?
The victim, that's his blood. Yeah, that's blood.
What's that? Oh,
He's blood.
yeah, mocked it.
Who is he? If he needs this video, I've got it.
Did you get the knife as well?
The knife? What knife? No, I didn't get the knife because I was upstairs and I heard when he was beating him up downstairs. They always talk about did you get the knife? Go now, they're supposed to be searching. Did you get the knife?
Yeah, did you? How did you get the knife on the camera?
No, you can show it to me if you want.
Oh no, it's in there now, but...
Okay.
Did you get the knife?
No, because I didn't know he had a knife. It's still in his pocket.
Yeah, that's why he's sort of, because when they've stolen him, he's tried to
Did you see a knife?
trying to get it out.
No, when they was on the floor.
How do you know it's still in his pocket though if you don't see it?
I wasn't here originally. The officer who stopped him says that's why he was trying to get him out.
That blood come from his face.
But then if it... But then... Why were they searching the area then if
That
they
they're
were going to
putting
search
his
it?
face.
In case he's dropped something else.
So why was the foot in his face?
How can they get the knife? How can they have the knife?
No, but that's that's not restraint control, is it?
How can they have a knife?
Yeah, but I asked, is it legal measures?
Wouldn't that go in him or
Someone's face as an officer.
It's a bit of a grey area. There's no set, like a foot's not okay, a hand's okay. If he's spitting or if he's trying to bite or
But if
whatever.
there's 8 officers down on him, why has the officer got their foot down on his face? And he was in cuffs.
I swear it's about 5 foot.
It looks horrible. It does look horrible. There's about 5 inches.
Yeah.
But
It is horrible.
it sounds weird, but it's actually uses less force with more officers.
But there's blood, there's
One
blood
person
on
hold one leg, one person
Yeah,
hold
but
one
there's
leg.
his blood on the floor.
And you just hold, I appreciate it.
As a result.
It's not nice, but how else are we supposed to do? Wait until he pulls a knife out and stab us? I'm not saying he would, but we don't know, do we? We don't know.
I do security and I know how restraint go. That's why I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. And I know that's not a policy. Once I've got someone down on the floor, that a fellow colleague of mine places his foot in his face till he bleeds. That's not policy.
If it, like I said, it wasn't here originally, and it looks horrible.
And the joke is, I was in my house 4 floors up and heard him screaming. Yeah, I thought it was someone and him having a fight to see his officers. So these are the police that I've got to look forward to in the future, and my children are going to grow up with.
Right, but why aren't you thinking that? Why is he carrying a knife?
We could be carrying knives for many reasons.
Like what?
Many reasons. Like what?
But it's
Protection.
against the law, though. That's the thing, it's against the law.
But what I just saw was against your law, which was 8 officers.
No, the laws of
8
this
officers.
country
Hold on, 8 officers. 8 off. No, they're not your laws. They're the
No,
Queen's
they are
laws.
laws.
They're the Queen's laws.
Yeah, but the
Because a
laws
lot of the
we
laws,
have to
a lot of the laws, you don't even abide by them much. They even know them.
Play on words, that's
Yeah?
what it is.
And the joke
Can I
is
just ask
this:
you something?
eight
If
officers,
you were looking at
eight
some
officers.
screen, yeah,
Yeah.
there was a fight here. Would you have filmed it if it was just you fighting?
Yeah. And I would have stopped it
And
as
would you
well.
have given that to the police? Would you have informed
I
the
would have
police?
stopped it. I'll tell you what I would have done. Was find out who parents
That's a
were.
reason- is that not a reason?
I would have found out who parents were. It's not about the police. Because all you lot want to do is give people
right,
criminal
so
records.
you'd shout to the
All you want
parents
to
and
do
the parents would sort it out?
yeah. All you lot want to do is
as
give
a
people
community,
criminal
you would sort
records.
it out,
Yeah, of
not
course.
involve the police.
That's how we used to do it back in the day.
Well, where?
What do you mean where? What do you mean where?
Where? Here in back in the day?
Here as well back in the day.
Well, but again, that's against the law. So vigilante, you'd take the law into your own hands. Is what
Why
you're
not?
saying.
Instead of
What do you
having,
mean? What do you
instead
mean?
of having
Because
all
it's
the use,
against-
instead of
it's
all the
against
use
the law.
with this.
Unless you're doing,
Instead of having this
my
every
friend,
minute and this
unless
against
you
the
are
law.
talking about self-defence or Section 3 Criminal Law Act, all right, it's against the law.
Bruv,
It's-
but
so-
this is against the law.
No, it's not against the law.
Yes, it is.
No, we've got
Yes, it
use of
is.
force powers, my friend. We
No,
have
no, 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 no,
full use of
not a foot in the face.
All right, the
Not a
real
foot in
problem.
the face.
Unfortunately, I get
Yeah.
that. I didn't see a foot in the face.
Well,
but,
I did, and I've
but
got it
if
on
you saw
camera.
that and you've got it on camera, that will be investigated. I didn't see that, but the reason we use multiple officers, and if you're from the security industry, you will know this. Someone is more
I wasn't
likely to get a
disputing
lot
multiple.
more hurt if it's
I wasn't
one-on-one,
disputing multiple.
because you've got to use
I
a
wasn't.
lot more
You've not
force.
heard me dispute multiple.
I don't know what you're disputing.
All right. So you don't know what I'm disputing, but you're coming and giving the gift of the gab.
I'm not giving you the gift of the gap.
Of course
I'm
you
telling
are, because
facts.
you don't know what I'm
telling
disputing.
I'm telling you facts.
But you
all
don't
right?
know what I'm
By
disputing.
your own
How
admission,
can you
you're
give me
talking about
fact
taking
what
the
you
law
don't
into
know
your
what
own
we're
hands?
disputing
So
about?
you basically would not notify the police.
How could you give me
And
fact?
you-
How can you give me fact if you don't know what we're
Because I heard what you
disputing?
said.
Officer,
what you
come on,
said.
use your brain.
I do use my brain. I have to use my
You're
brain.
using your brain,
I do have to use my brain
and that's
all
the
the time.
result of your brain,
You know?
yeah? That's the result of your brain. That's the result of your brain.
That statement.
That's the result of your brain.
That statement is completely nonsense.
This isn't ideal.
That's the result of your brain.
That's the result of use of force because someone
That's the
resisted
result
an
of your
arrest,
brain.
all right?
Because using your brain,
someone who
we
incidentally
can.
had a knife and had
Thank
drugs
you. Already on the floor, and I was upstairs for a good 5 minutes before I even came down.
If I were you, I would complain as a community, seriously, but I would also stipulate your reasons on there why you think people have justified to carry knives in your borough. I would speak to your MP and again stipulate the fact that you think the youths in your borough are justified to carry knives for their own protection, because that's something that you have all said. And the other thing I'd suggest is that you are also willing to take the law into your own house, and it seems to me that you don't
The
see
law
it.
don't do nothing anyway.
You don't seem to feel that there's a need to
What does
notify
the
the
law
police
do?
about this.
What does the
You'll
law do?
sort it
What
out
do you lot do?
yourself,
There's
all right?
CCTV camera.
What's that going to do?
There's CCTV
What's that gonna
camera.
do to the youth
Youths are
crime?
still being killed. There's
What's that
still
going to
crime.
do to
Yeah.
youth crime?
No, hold on. There's CCTV camera, and you lot still can't resolve nothing. Yeah. There's how much police force, and you lot still can't do nothing in an amicable way.
It's nonsense, mate. We've got to be completely and utterly a level playing field. and
From here to
transparent in
America
what
to
we do.
wherever in the world, right? These are the results. These, it's not death. Yeah, Mark Duggan and all the rest of them. You lot ain't using common grounds and using police who are going to use their brain in sensible ways. Because here what we're going to say, I've got a uniform on, and because I've got a uniform on, I'm going to abuse my uniform.
I disagree.
You would, because you're part of it.
No, I disagree. First of all, in all the work you've done in security, has it never resulted in with someone getting a personal injury?
Yes.
So have you ever?
No, hold on. We've had these experiences.
Right, so take a
But
step
what I'm
back
saying
and
to you,
reflect on
what I'm saying to
what
you
were the
is it's not.
circumstances involving that.
All right, what were circumstances? Circumstances was a self-injury, since you want to know the details. A self-injury.
But that's not the same, is it?
Yeah?
That's
No,
not
but what
the
I'm
same.
saying to you is this. You said, have I seen these?
I'm talking
yes,
about
I have.
you in your-
But I'm
in
on
your
about
job, in your
the way that
capacity,
it was conducted.
using force.
The way it was conducted was wrong.
Well, that is something that needs to be investigated. If you saw what you saw, I didn't see that.
All right, well, that's
I
what.
saw Home Office approved techniques when I arrived on this scene.
Well, I'm
I wasn't
telling you,
first
and I
on
also
scene.
saw officers trying to block my view from videoing what was going on.
You can video all you like, as long as it's not getting in the way.
No, hold on.
As long as you're not getting
Listen,
in the way.
I stood over there, to over there, to over there, to over there, and there was officers. No, but officers deliberately, officers were deliberately doing this and blocking my camera.
I know you weren't here when you
I've not said
All right,
I was.
All right, then, because they know what they were doing was wrong.
On what he said he'd seen.
All right, then.
Stop filming.
Is that it?
All right,
Thank you.
Stand beside me. Film
All right, then. So at least we got one
Yeah, you said
who
stand beside
can
me.
be
You did.
50-50.
I welcome it.
Now, the joke is this. You see,
when we were on the way,
I look
we've
at
asked them
how
to
we
put
deal
our
with
cameras on.
society. I've got nothing against you as an individual.
It's a tricky situation.
Are we
How do
dealing with
No,
society?
yes, we are.
How?
Here how we
What's
deal.
better? What is better?
Here how we deal with society. Here how we deal with society.
Say again.
Right? Here how we deal with society.
I know why we've got to deal with
Here
it.
how we deal with society.
Go for it.
Is stop using power position. Right now,
Yeah, you're going to have to explain it.
if I could speak to him, who's a fellow officer like yourself,
You can speak to me.
right? Hold on,
I'm very
I was going to get to that too. And as I can see,
Yeah.
and I've spoken to you, even though we may be in a disagreement, people will disagree, yeah? But the thing is, can we walk away in a disagreement, right? Either shake hands or say, well, boy, you know something, even though I disagreed, I got something from what he's saying or what she was saying, right? The first thing that most officers will do is not take the people into consideration, but their job role. Yeah, and the officer's job is to protect and serve, right? Protect who? The people. To serve who? The people. So if you're here to protect and serve me, how do we get this? I understand he's carrying a knife.
What I would say to
Right?
that is,
But
you
hold
are
on.
protecting and
We had an
serving
officer in the neighborhood about, how old was I? 8, 10, 12, you can ask. Every officer knows about him. PC Critchley. Right? Yeah. Or Critchlow. Yeah? Now that officer, we used to call him the neighborhood Bobby. Yeah, I'm talking. All right.
Well, we still do. But...
Yeah, but what I'm saying to you, he used to come to my house, which is, back in the day, they would have said, oh, it's a black house, rare. But that white officer used to come for breakfast, lunch, he'd come and take his tea and his dinner, right? And on top of that, let me stop filming. And on top of that, we had a community responsibility to him as he had to us. So if anything happened in the community, he would openly come and ask us, and we would openly speak. Now we won't openly speak to you, because the first thing we see is a criminal record, right? Now we don't want everybody to have a criminal record, because that jeopardizes our next generation's likelihood of getting a job.
Yep.
Hence why I said to you, us as a community would rather deal with it as a community. Because the first thing that's thrown out is not the understanding of, all right then, we're coming from certain type homes. We hear about it on the TV, but we don't practice it in the streets. So it's all right for our MPs, hold on, for our MPs when they want to get position of power, say, well, we're going to go into these places, we're going to go into the schools and the colleges, but what happens after you get your position of
But
place?
that's crap, right? Because MPs don't do nothing, and
That's what I'm saying.
They're way too disenfranchised from what's going on here to where they are. Okay, but you just give me an example of a community working with the community police officer. All right. What you were talking about earlier on, and what I took umbrage at, was the fact that you were talking about a community just sorting it out themselves. You have to involve the police if the law's being broken.
No, when I say a community sorting out itself, if I know your mother and father, and I know your mother and father, and I came down, and let's say I could mediate and stop it, right? That's because you look at back in the day, if you was an elder, I saw you as an uncle. If she was an elder, I saw you as an auntie. I don't have to know you as blood family, but you know my mom and you're an elder, so I respect uncle and auntie when I see you on the road. That's gone.
No, it hasn't. We've got relationships like that with parents. Some of the guys that we deal with.
All right, but if you look at look at this. Look at this. Back in the day, we could reprimand our children. Let's knock it on the head. Back in the day, we could reprimand our children. But when we was reprimanding our children, when we was reprimanding our children, because let's work for the officer. Officers would take children to the home to be reprimanded.
Well, we could. We're allowed to. Or you could even clip them around the ear.
All right,
and just tell them.
But now, an officer won't do that because social services.
We're not allowed.
Exactly, because the laws have changed.
We can't help you with drugs. I'm sorry. I'll let us know.
They've given me so much abuse and almost pat them on the head.
We can argue tit for tat. There's two things that keep on leaping out.